Wow.
Mintz, it seems like this has been a long time coming. He's the godfather down here. We call him the Yacht Father. What are you looking forward to on Sunday?
Oh, man. First of all, I approve of the message of that Thanksgiving po' boy at Parkway. I'm a huge fan of that. I'm getting hungry at 7:30 a.m. already on that. But, yeah, just so excited to meet the legend of Jimmy Ott.
So you have never met Ott?
No, but he hit me up. No, I've never met him. He hit me up saying just I love hearing you off the bench and enjoy your work, and I'm a fan, and which meant a lot to me with how much y'all respect him and his name, and said I've wanted to, if you can ever make it through Natchez, I will comp you, and let's do the show together Sunday morning. I'm jumping all over that. Just a chance to get on ESPN Baton Rouge, Nola, and talk gambling in a sports book with a legend like that. Can't sign me up.
It's peanut butter jelly.
It is.
Oddfather and Mincy comped at a casino. Are you kidding me? It's a literal match made in heaven.
We've got a newly named social media director here at Guarantee, Madison Gilmore, who is great at her job. We should probably send her to that on Sunday to get some footage of Mintz and Ott meeting each other for the first time.
It
And
would
see
be
if we
really
can't
good.
get that published.
It would be really good.
Well, I hate to do her job for her, but that would be fantastic if we could get that on social media.
Yeah, see, Mr. Ott and I are going to meet each other up Saturday night. I think we're going to have a few beers and watch football at that sports book too. So
Mr.
I'm there.
Kiss the ring.
Other thing I got to promote, 2 years ago, it brings back the memories. We played that slap when I went down to Santa Mont. Second round 5A playoff game, guys. I'm at East St. John in the Sugarcane Fields of Reserve, Louisiana tomorrow. What am I getting into?
You're getting the backwoods of Louisiana, man. I had an East St. John Plaquemine game in week 3 earlier this year. Mincy, bring your mosquito spray.
Don't get jumped, bro.
Yep, and you might want to pack one with you. All right, man, 6-pack, 3-3 last weekend. How we feeling about this weekend's board?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. We've taken the long, entertaining route to mediocrity this year, but at least we haven't lost. But, yeah, feeling good about the board. We'll start. First game, I got burned on Michigan State, Michigan. I overrated the rivalry thing when Michigan State was fading. Michigan's been playing well, but they are in the biggest trap game spot. T-Bob, you obviously used to play for LSU. I'm curious what you think. They just beat Michigan State on their main rivals. They got Ohio State at home next week.
Yeah.
And they've got an at Indiana game against the top 25 sneaky, underrated Indiana Hoosier team that it's their Super Bowl. So I like Indiana plus 9.5 as home dog here. I think they're going to fight them.
I love it. I think Indiana is somewhere out there. Brody Miller is smiling ear to ear. Indiana plus 9.5. Great play, Mincy.
Yes, that's the first one of the week. The next one is one I know a lot about. I'm up here in Ruston, North Louisiana, and some weird stuff's going on with Louisiana Tech the last couple of weeks. They ran off 8 straight wins in a row. And then their starting quarterback, a 3-year starter, senior Jamar Smith, and their star receiver, Adrian Hardy, who had almost 200 yards at LSU last year, both got 2-game suspensions when they're playing for the Conference USA Championship. Yeah, and they lost their star linebacker. So last week they had to go on the road with the redshirt freshman quarterback, got smacked 31-10 at Marshall. Now they're at UAB in a game Tech has to win the CUSA West. And UAB has a great defense and no offense. Tech has a pretty good D, starting a freshman quarterback. The under's not high. It's 44, but I think it's 17-13 somebody. So we're hitting the under 44 here.
Under 44.
So where's that game at again, Mincy?
The game is at UAB in Birmingham. Tech's a 6-point dog because of the quarterback thing. But, man, this is going to be – UAB has a great defense and no offense at all this year in Tech. So I think this is going to be –
How disappointing for Tech, man. I mean, geez.
Oh, and Skip Holtz, there's some acrimony, too, because apparently these suspensions were athletic department suspensions and not Skip Holtz suspensions. So his name's coming up with the Arkansas job a lot. So there's a lot of interesting stuff going on with all that.
Third play of the weekend.
Third play of the weekend. First of all, we're gonna go ahead and hit Sunday. Here's a real surprise. We've been going to these wells all year, but man, these Tampa Bay overs. They went over by 1 again against the Saints. It's been like 7 weeks in a row. They're the best over team I've ever seen. They're in Atlanta. I know the Falcons defense has had a couple good weeks on the road against the Saints and Panthers, but man, games in this Tampa-Atlanta series are so high scoring historically. It's 51.5. It's in the dome. We're going to go with the roll with the trend and go over 51.5 here.
Over 51.5. Where's this one at, Mintzy?
It's in Atlanta, in the
Atlanta.
Dome. In the Dome. Fast track game in Atlanta, and games in the series are very, very high scoring, so we're going over 51.5 there. I actually have one more Saturday play I accidentally skipped over. This one comes from a buddy of mine used to start at linebacker for TCU, and he's extremely close to the athletic department there. And he said Gary Patterson's defense does everything great but stop Lincoln Riley. He said whatever it is, Lincoln Riley has figured this thing out, and they never have a chance against Oklahoma. And I like Oklahoma by 18. So roll TCU at home. Roll them.
Oklahoma big on Saturday. All right, where are we going Sunday?
Sunday, 2 picks left. Can't believe we're doing it. It's shocking. We're going back to the well on another one.
Wow.
So Denver is at Buffalo. We got Brandon Allen. We
Yep.
got Josh Allen.
Yep.
The Allen Bowl. Both of these teams played high-scoring games last week. Denver blew a 20-0 lead at Minnesota, lost 27-23. Buffalo got us to Miami when I rode the Miami train a week too long after they covered 5 weeks in a row. This over-under, Vegas is saying, the hell with it. We're not letting you bet over here. It opened at 35.
Oh, my God.
So, whole year. And the betting public is overreacting to last week. It's already at 38 with 90% of people betting over the Brandon Allen.
Tell him, Mitzi.
How could this be? We are on the so again, Bucs over, Bills under. The sky's blue in other news.
So what's the number as it stands right now? 38?
It's 38. It's
Wow.
38 right
Wow.
now, but I think it might. I'm thinking it might get to 40. There's so much action coming in on the over. What are these people seeing?
Last play of the weekend.
Last play of the weekend's one I like a lot. This happened last year. It's about that time since Jacksonville heading to Tennessee. It's actually a 3:00 game. This is I looked up the weather report. It's going to be like 40 or so as it gets night because those Florida teams never like cold weather going on the road. Always go against that. And I don't know if y'all remember when Derrick Henry last year, 1 year ago, had that crazy huge Thursday night game against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
He had 190 yards against KC 2 weeks ago. Jacksonville allowed 250 yards rushing at Indy last week, and I have questions about the Nick Foles thing. I don't think he's had enough time to get the chemistry. We've been kind of riding Tannehill, saying he's underrated. Titans by 3, baby, and Derrick Henry is going to kill him.
Titans.
All
Minus the
right.
3.
So we got Michigan at Indiana. Ben likes the Hoosiers plus 9.5. We got La Tech at UAB under 44. Final college play TCU at Oklahoma. That's Oklahoma minus 18. And then we move to the NFL. Bucs at Falcons over 51.5. Denver at Buffalo under 38. And Jags in Tennessee playing the Titans. Ben likes the Titans minus 3. When you're hot, you're hot.
Well, T-Bob, I know you're what a wonderful world karaoke at SEC Media Days. That's such a standard. I'll admit I was on a much smaller stage at the Tuesday night karaoke in Shreveport, but I had to pay some homage to me.
No, you absolutely killed it, Mincy. And no, there were only like 5 people at the actual bar when I karaoke'd, so it looked very similar to my setting.
It was a great video.
Is the audio good enough to play?
My thing, it's on my. Yeah, I think it's pretty good, especially when I start howling on the Jerry Reed. It's really something. It was one of my better works, and also I'm doing a live show with Josh Booty today in Shreveport. Pizza Rev. It's gonna be really, really fun. Been doing a lot of good radio with him, man. It's been he's the Booty name up in Shreveport, so big. So that's been a lot of fun this year.
Big Booty.
Big Booty.
Excellent job,
Mitzi.
Mitzi.
You can't
Even though a bit is lost without the visual element.
Yes, the visual's great. The visual's great. Make sure we retweet that at OTB_ESPN if you want to check out the visual on that. Mitzi, you can't be all that mad at the Ole Miss offense, right?
Oh, I'm thrilled with it. No, I think Ole Miss, look, remember, I came on here a year ago, and I blasted Ole Miss's program, everything with no direction. Ole Miss copying LSU, going the coordinator route with, Luke being the Mississippi guy knows recruiting. Matt Luke ain't Ed Orgeron. Let me be very transparent about that. But same kind of model is my point. And you got to let Rich Rod build with Plumlee and Jaron Ely. And last thing, too, there's a cycle. LSU, Texas, it was won 45-38, and then LSU Vandy was just like LSU Ole Miss. And so it's like LSU Bama, into LSU Ole Miss is like LSU Texas into LSU Vandy. LSU bounced back, heard the noise in the building. Their defense shut down Utah State that next week, 42-6. See kind of a similar effort here. I think the defense is going to bring it on Saturday. It's going to be similar to that Utah State game.
Minty, how do you feel about this? Remember Rich Rod with Pat White and Steve Slayton back at West Virginia? Plumlee, Ely, how you feeling about it, man?
I've been feeling it a good bit. It's going to be a diet version. It's going to be hard to quite live up to Pat White and Steve Slayton almost making the national championship game and then losing as a 29-point favorite to get LSU in that title game. But no, I'm feeling that, and also LSU's got a top 5 offense in college football history this year, but McIntyre's still a great defensive coordinator.
Yep.
Nobody's been able to stop that thing. So I think you got to stick with it, and yeah, I'm all for it. I mean, look, I'm glad to just have some kind of a plan. Ole Miss has got a lot of problems right now. New chancellor, no AD, big power vacuum, a lot of bad stuff going on.
Hey, Mintz, everybody down here in South Louisiana looking forward to the matchup of St. Thomas More over in Lafayette versus Evangel. How the people in North Louisiana feeling about it?
Oh, they're fired up about it. Josh Booty actually going to that. Josh has twins that are 8th graders on Evangel's team, and he's got a kid that's going to be the quarterback-receiver combo next few years.
Wow.
But it's going to be good. Evangel's not quite as good as they used to be, but they do have a quarterback that's signed with Arizona State, and they got the size. I mean, I would lean St. Thomas more, but I think, Evangel dang sure will fight them. It'll be a good game. I think St. Thomas More probably a little too much firepower.
Live programming up in North Louisiana this afternoon with Josh Booty and Ben Mintz. Check it out on 100.7 The Ticket. He's the afternoon drive host up there in North Louisiana every Thursday, giving us winners here in ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Alexandria. Thank you, man.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you.
Close it out, hour number 1.